Call, Holayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles, the elders, the prophesies, and Ruel for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan, out the Indianapolis camp. And I want to name this, I pray for our family, hopeful election. You 144, you men who sigh and cry on the highways, prophesied the downfall, the highways and byways, prophesizing the downfall of Babylon, spiritual Babylon, starting here in the so-called America, bitter, okay? Putting up these videos, giving Babylon no rest. And then the 1/3, those who participate, whether it be in this learning and doing the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, calling on the right name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Charity and such, okay? That's who I pray for, the hopeful election, all right? This is John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, okay? Now, but for them which thou hast given me, okay? So who is them that thou hast given? Yahweh Shai, the hopeful election, okay? The election from the beginning. Salakia, but we say hopeful because we don't know those men. We say Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, we are that number. That's why we put this work in, okay? So to strive for that crown, all right? Now, I want to read this again. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Now, this is the book of John. The same book is the famous John 3:16, for God so loved the world. Now we know that world is cosmos. Okay, so let's see what world this is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is referring to.
Strong's G 2889, Cosmos. Cosmos.
The cosmos. And what is this referring to? An important and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order. Now, constitution. The Constitution of the United States. Listen, we the people of the United States. So what is that going into? The people, order, government. Now, who is this referring to? This is Yahweh Shai speaking. So he's saying, we the people of Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics, okay? Scattered amongst the world. So yes, coming in all physical, looking in all different nations, but your seed line, your heritage comes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? So I just wanted to bring that out. This is the same book, John, and that is the same word, cosmos, meaning arrangement amongst our family, okay? Our nation. Salaki almost got off here. Okay, so one more time. This is John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, for the world of Yasharallah, okay? But for them which thou hast given me. And we already explained that is the election. For they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine. And I am glorified in them. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is glorified in the works of his servants. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics out here sighing and crying on the highways and byways, once again prophesizing the downfall of this wicked world, this current world, this eon, okay, time that we're in, because the world will not pass away, but this wicked government will, okay. And what's next? Not Moab, definitely not Ham. Okay, what's next is Yahweh Shai's rulership, Yasharallah. Okay, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father. Okay, once again, establishing Holy Father. That's Yahweh, establishing he's coming to his Father. So he is not God. He didn't even say, now I return to my throne. He said, I come to you. I come to thee, Holy Father. Okay. Keep through thy own name those whom thou hast given me, okay? That Yahweh Bashmi Awashai has established from the beginning of the creation, okay? That they may be one as we are, okay? And that's why we're like-minded. We've been given the same song, okay? The same song. We don't come to switch up the word. Yahweh Bashmi Awashai said he comes in the volume of the book, okay? Wow, I was with them in the world. I kept them in thy name. Okay, Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Those that thou gavest me, I kept. And once again, gaveth, because he already had us from the beginning. If we are among the men, Lord willing, we be that. Starting at the house of Great Millstone, and you like-minded. Because outside that, it's a lot of false prophets, okay? And he said that everybody that prophesies in his name is not going to make it. We know that, okay? And none of them is lost, but the son of perdition. So let me read that again. Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, okay? And none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, which we know goes into Judas Iscariot for taking that bag, receiving that bag, but that was prophecy, no less. It had to happen, okay? That the scriptures might be fulfilled. So once again, we know that that was the story as it was arranged. This is Matthew 12 and 48. Now, this is why I named this, I pray for our family. Hopefully late, okay? But Salakia 47, Matthew 12 and 47. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. Okay, so Yahweh Bashmi Awashai is ministering amongst the crowd, and from a distance, Mary and his brothers are trying to get want to conversate with him, and this is what he replies. But he answered and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? Now that's cold. That's cold right there, to be honest. Because obviously they're there and they're wanting his attention. All right. And he stretched forth his hands towards his disciples and said, his disciples, the men of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, okay, and said, Behold, my mother and my brethren. Now, at this point, we know he's being facetious, okay? But what he's saying that, there's a phrase in the world, blood is thicker than water. No, well, blood may be thicker than water, but blood is not thicker than the Rikah, Kadash, that Holy Spirit that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua rests upon his men, okay? Once again, to be holy is to be separate, okay? All right? For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, okay? Who is that? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is in heaven, the same is my brother, okay? That's what brought us together. Remember, he called us. We didn't bring ourselves to this. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai brought us to this. He fished us in, okay? And Baba Kashai, don't cast me out or those doing this work in sincerity. The same as my brother and sister and mother. And once again, he's being obviously metaphorical because he's speaking of these men, his disciples. That's who he stretched his hand out to. Okay? This is the book of John 15, starting at 18. If the world hates you, which they do, you know that it hated me before it hated you. All right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Remember, give us Barnabas. Let his blood be on our heads and the heads of our children. And they're going to keep that word. Once again, 2/3, predestined. Okay? That's why he said, I pray for them who Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given him, not for the world, the cosmos, which you have to agree, goes into cosmos, goes into our nation. Okay? So let me read that again. John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hate you. If ye were of the world, and what's of the world? Still caught up in the tricks, the wows, the woes, still going to Egypt for help, knowing that this is the end. Okay, you should be seeing it. All right, currency about to be taken away this year. Okay, you should be seeing it, but still want to plan for that next trip, that wedding. Okay, that wedding still. Okay, when we know that that's not even marriage. All right. If you were of the world would love his own. Okay, all this adultery talk, whether you turn on the TV or you turn on the radio. Okay. But because ye are not of the world, because we prophesied the downfall of this wicked place, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt and Sodom, because we do that here over in America, bitter, and all around the world, to all the camps all around the world, prophesizing the downfall of Babylon and all those entangled with Babylon, which is all the other nations. Psalm 83, all in league. Okay. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen, I brought that up earlier, but I have chosen you out of the world. Okay? The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Therefore, the world hated you. And you get examples everywhere, starting at the home. Because once again, he said, think not that I came to bring peace, but a division. Okay? Starting at your house. 2 should be against 3. All right? And the brothers, we're experiencing that. I'm going through it right now in my household. And what am I supposed to think is strange? No. Okay. This is 20. This is John 15 and 20. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. Who is our Lord? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Okay? If they have persecuted me, who did they persecute? The apostles and elders just brought it up doing a sit down here in Indianapolis. They was watching the Passion of Christ. Apostle Arumla and Elder Damashapai, and I'm not for sure who was all there, but they was watching the Passion of Christ, and they said that the real ass whooping that Yahweh Shah took on the real extremity, that the real as Emmett Till couldn't, is not even an example of what he took, So yes, they persecuted Yahweh Bashem Yahshua along with the other prophets, beheaded, hung, you name it. They will also persecute you. And didn't it say that we living in a time when Satan's about to come in like a flood, because he know that he have but this little time. This is his last opportunity to get to really do to Yasharallah what he wants to. Okay, to have his way with Yasharallah. Okay, didn't Esau promise that? The time for my father's mourning is at hand, but after that, I'm going to slay Jacob. Okay? If they kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. All right? So I want to read that one more time. Remember the words that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep your sayings also, because he said he will do nothing but through the mouth of the prophets. And we continue to tell people, you're not arguing with us. We come in with these scriptures. I'm reading to you right now. This is not nothing that Kanan thought this, I felt that way. No, I'm coming from these scriptures. Okay? Well, precept upon precept. All right, so once again, this is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is saying, okay? But also, these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Okay? And how do they not know him? Okay, because the world is given over to the hands of the wicked, and he covered the face of the judge. And when he covered the face of the judge, he didn't just paint the Yahweh Edomite. He didn't just paint Yahweh Shai a wicked Edomite. I mean, they're all wicked, but he didn't just come in that image. He came in his same foul, wicked spirit. Okay, what do they say about God and church? He's all love. Okay, you're going to hell after when you judge, but he's all love. Okay, Satan is about to come fight him because Satan took a third of the angels away, and they wanted to do their own thing. And God's all love, but Satan's all evil. No. So see, obviously they don't know the Allah, the power of who sent Yahweh Shai, his father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? All right? He heals, he kills, he woundeth. But they don't hear that though. I guess they don't preach that up. They don't preach that enough. Okay? So they don't know who sent Yahweh Shai. All right? Now let's back that up simply. Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, and now this is the whole earth. That word earth is with the world oikomenes, okay? That's the ground, the earth, the whole inhabitation. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has spoken I have nourished and brought you children, Salakia, I have nourished and brought up children, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, and they have rebelled against me, okay? Now, how do you know that? Keep reading. Keep reading. Once again, I don't come with my own opinion. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. Simple creatures created, simple beasts created, have awareness of instruction. Okay, they have a sensibility about them. But Israel, okay, once again, now that's those children that he was just talking about in verse 2. If you was thinking that this is children of the world, okay, no, he brought up his children, okay. But Israel, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, Yasharallah, he Prince of Power, doth not know. My people doth not consider to this very day. 23, still rocking that black, still rocking that Mexican, still rocking that Indian. No, that's not who we are. We're these 12 tribes. Okay, and it's time for us to come back to our heritage, return to the ways of our fathers, okay? And not the wicked traditions either, okay? O sinful nation, a people, Latin, thicken layers of like honeycombs when they pull them out with iniquity. Now iniquity is already a multiplying of sin. Okay, so now you take that word Latin with iniquity. That's why that cup is filling up. Okay. And we know that cup is referring to Babylon, but it's also filling up for you 2/3, okay? Because you're going to go right down with them. A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupted. Once again, children. Now you want to hear it, it's right there. They have forsaken Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Yasharallah unto anger. They are gone away backwards, backsliding, okay? Removing themselves farther and farther from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahshua, from his kasad, that's mercy, okay? And you without Yahweh, you're nothing, all right? This way, you just bait. But you know, our people, they believe in everything but Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua to this day. Okay, so they're going to face the consequences for that. This is Romans 11. Yeah, that's our people. Sad to say, I'm sitting here like, wow, I can't believe I'm even allowed to say that, but that is true. 2/3 of our people are just what I just read in Isaiah. They just stupid. Okay, 11:7. What then? Yasharallah have not obtained that which he seeketh for. Okay? So once again, didn't Yahweh Shah say in John 17:9 that he was not praying for this world of you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay? Scattered all amongst the world right at this present time, okay? But the election have obtained it. Okay. So that's that starting with the 144 and the 1/3. And the rest were blinded. Okay. And that's the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. He seared off their mind with that iron. According as it is written, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua have given them the spirit of slumber, sleep. That's how people can continue to waddle on in this world, saying, okay, I was just with the Akim Kassar after the Day of Atonement last night. Okay. After that moment, we went, got some juice. They barely had that in stock. This is a Family Dollar, but that store was barely stocked. I said, wow, It's coming quicker than people think. And this all the tragedies is going on. This, and when I say tragedies, I don't mean like tragedies like whoa, because it's all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the water. But I'm just saying, just people not just still taking bread and circus as it comes. So they're in slumber. Eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear. So they don't hear in the news. They don't hear it. And if they do, they must think it's only for entertainment, not for learning purposes. Okay? Unto this day. And that's unto this day. That's all I can say to back that up. Unto this day. That's right. That applies to this day. All right? This is 1 Kings 19 and 18. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Yasharallah, okay? And that 7,000, literally this is a number. The 7 is the number of perfection, okay? So he's saying he's left a perfect amount of his chosen, okay? Which, remember, from the beginning, from the foundation. Once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said that he has not lost any of his children, okay? He has not lost any of his followers, which it was never meant to. So he's left a perfect amount of men in Yasharallah, remember, a people before a place. So we're all scattered amongst this world. And, this is the main place over here in spiritual Babylon, the so-called United States, America, the bitter, okay? All right. All the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, the spirit devil, Satan, okay? And every mouth which have not kissed him. Now, what does kissed him mean? Partaking. Now, look, we all came from a Gentile state of mind. So how did we not bow the knee? Because once Yahweh Bashim Yahushua activated us, woke us up to this truth, through his fishermen, starting with the apostles, the elders, and now it's Achium carrying on with the work. You didn't turn back. You didn't go back to the vomit. Okay, you didn't go. You didn't get wishy-washy. Say, I don't know. Well, some of us have. Okay, he who takes his hand off the plow is not worthy. Right. So he's saying he's reserved his men that are not going to go there. We're not going to take the MOTB, okay? We're not going to blaspheme Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're not going to take the bag and preach that Jesus is still the way and Edom can be saved today, okay? So we haven't bowed the knee, okay? All right? This is Matthew 16 and 18. Okay. And I said also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. Now, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua promised this to Peter. And Peter, if you can receive it, is King David. Okay? And he will be king of Israel in the kingdom, right under Yahushua. Okay? So he's promised this. And I will build my church. Now, what's that church? That's this ministry. We're building the temple of King David right now, spiritually. Okay? And that's that ministry. Now, is this a church, a physical church that he put on Peter's back? No, this is the prophets going out into the highways and the byways, teaching, singing that song, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's song. Okay, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Okay? So Yahweh Shah is saying Peter will be the head of his ministry. Okay? And we know that Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has promised his saints. I mean, some of us will be martyred, okay? Put to death for his namesake, and you will be the first to rise with Yahweh Shai when he comes. So that's a blessing. But he's promised the rest that we won't die. He's gonna protect us and take us up, okay? He's gonna make that way for us to prevail, okay? And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, okay? And whereso thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, okay? In heaven. And wheresoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. All right. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has promised his saints that if we just endure through what we got to, he's got us. This is Matthew 3:7. But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees when he seen Salakia, but when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his baptism, and this is John the Baptist, he said unto them, O generation of vipers, okay? And why is he saying this? Because all of these men, whether they be in the so-called ministry or they was part of the governing body, they was all men after their own heart, after their own understanding, okay? And though they, like I said, though they seem to be in the ministry and whatnot, they still, once again, they wasn't after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They wasn't after law, statutes, and commandments, okay? Who have warned you to flee from the wrath to come, okay? Bring forth, therefore, fruit, meet for repentance, okay? Meaning, tell this truth the way it's supposed to be told. Break down these scriptures rightfully, okay? And think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father. Okay, oh, we in there, we already part of the covenant. Once again, we know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah said he prayed not for this world of Yasharallah. He only prayed for his election. Okay? For I say unto you that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. So he's basically saying these people can easily be disregarded. Okay? And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Okay? Therefore, every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is howled down. So if you're out here living with no purpose, little to no purpose, you're not your mind, your heart is not on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're gonna get howled down. Okay? There is no fruit in you. You can say you love the Lord all you want to, but if you don't bring forth the works, there's nothing to show proof of that. Okay? So once again, therefore, every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is howled down. Okay? And cast into the fire. And what's that fire? Oh, that's there said the lake of hell. No. Yeah, the lake of hell for temporary, them IBMs. them damn concentrated laser beams coming down on you, yeah, that it's gonna be into fire. Okay. This is Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Abba, Father, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Who is ye? You 2/3. Okay? Definitely, this is speaking to our nation. Okay? Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Okay? Behold, my servants shall rejoice. Now, who is this servants? Once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said he is reserved that 7,000, and that 7,000 is just speaking of the perfect number, amount of men. We don't know what actually number that is, because we know the 144, but then we know the 1/3 is an innumerable amount of people, okay, including man, women, and child, okay. So that's the servants he's promised to look out for, okay? Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, okay? And, I want to say that where it says we shall rejoice. All right, well, a lot of people, like the scriptures already spoke, they hate us because we speak the truth, okay? They hate us because we're following after Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Remember, give us Barnabas. Let his blood be, let the blood of Yahushua be upon our heads and our children. And that was speaking on generation, by the way. And he said he's going to come see them again. And he meant it, okay? So that's reincarnation, all right? So what I'm trying to get to is, you've heard of gradualism, and that's basically the way Esau moves. But that's all the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because he's doing it to his saints. He's raising us up to be angry and fed up with this place. So when we watch this destruction take place, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is protecting us and taking care of us, like as he promised, yeah, it's going to be funny. It's going to be funny in that day, because all the people starting at your household who turned their back on you, who turned their back, first of all, on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because that's all you are, is a messenger. And, I get the point. It's once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua casts that net in, and he brings in the fish, okay? It's not for us to pound this on and to beat it into our relatives. I know that, but it just starts at the house, and then everybody else who been affected and been around and seen the word. Hey, the highways and byways, we've touched way more souls than you thought, whether they acknowledged it or were not, whether they hear it or bear. Okay. So once again, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart of the mind in that very day when Jacob's trouble is taking place, and he's protecting and providing for his as he promised. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. That's your mind too. And shall howl for vexation of the spirit. So, and you're going to have sorrow of the mind and then vexation of the spirit. So you're going to be literally falling apart and crumbling, dealing with the things going on around you. And we know famine, the sword, all kind of plagues are coming, and here already. That's once again, but they don't have eyes to see. This is Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Okay, so as you continue to be comfortable in spiritual Babylon, okay, seeing the demise of this place, all you got to do is turn on the nose. You still want to be comfortable with this place. You still want to enjoy what you would call the perks, if you even believe in that, of being here. Because you sold a dream if you think this country's nearly as great as they try to sell it, especially right now when we see it crumbling. This start with the leadership. The people are as the king. Who is the king? King Sleepy, King Wicked. He definitely wicked, but man, not even there, And I know the president is just a puppet, but that's who we've been given is a figurehead, okay? So since you want to go, since you're not ready to unlatch from this place, detach from this place, you're still hand in hand with it, okay? And speaking of hand, MOTB coming sooner than later, okay? Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. But okay, and your politicians, your false prophets, your TD snakes. Oh, Edom can come sit down here, and Edom could be saved. Yeah, that's a perfect example. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Okay. The seed of the righteous shall be delivered, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not a man that he can lie. Okay, he promised this. All right. So I'm nearing the end here. I pray that this is edifying to the body. This is Luke 19, my favorite, 27. But those, my enemies, speaking to the house of Yasharallah, okay, which would not that I should reign over them, be their kings. Once again, you heard me mention this earlier. Let his blood be on our heads and the head of our children. That was spoken from the wicked 2/3 of Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. To this very day, you're rejecting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You still going under the pretense of this bullshit ass Jesus, ABC Jesus. Okay, this is actual as the predecessor of the portrait. Okay, you still falling under that and many other idols. Lowercase GODS's, okay? And you're following the anti-Hamashiachium, all right? Yeah, so what we would say anti-crisis. That's who you following after, because there's no certain man in the suit, okay? So to all of you 2/3, all right? But those, my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, by not want to partake in the law, statutes, and commandments, for not wanting to repent and come back to understanding of who we are. Okay, yeah, for denying who you even are, period, to this very day, and hating to hear that you are he prince of power. I don't get that, okay? Bring them here and slay them before me. I said, I can't get I love it. And once again, because everybody's, the Lord's love. Well, then who explain this? Some minister explain, what is Luke 19 and 27? Who is he speaking of? This time has not taken place yet, correct? So this has to be prophecy, okay? This has to be future time prophecy. So who is he going to slay? All right? Now, we know the other nations are already going to get it. But this is 2/3 talk. Okay. Now, I named this, I pray for our family, hopeful elect. This is Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, you so-called African American, Native Americans, Hispanics. Enter thou into thy chambers. Now, okay, we're talking about the chariots, the fathership, okay? And shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment. Okay, hide thyself from what? From them IBMs. Okay, that you, even the elect, will be scarcely saved from. What, like we like to say, by the hair of our chinny chin chins. And if you see me, I barely got that. Okay? For real, for real. Until the indignation righteous anger from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai be overpassed. Okay? So this is, once again, this is a promise. So with that, I pray that this was edifying. I pray for our family, and I try to do that as much as possible, because right now, what I'm going through is what the brothers are going through. It's nothing special, and it's light afflictions, and it helps when you got an elder that'll pick up that phone and be there, and it's just real, or Akims that'll be there right for you. The whole family, once again, our family, doing what a family's supposed to. Okay, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.